Good afternoon, my fellow freedom fighters. Welcome to another great segment of walking on the Iroquois warpath. And when I'm finished walking today's great 10-mile march through the southwest Pennsylvania. Okay, there we go. The southwest Pennsylvania outback. I'm going to be at 8,869 miles in 5.5 years. Almost 6 years, my friends. I'm closing in on 9,000 miles. I'm pretty pumped up, man. Really psyched. Happy to be walking on the Iroquois warpath a lot this summer. After almost 6 years, 6 years of walking the highways, the byways, mostly the highways. I think it's a nice, peaceful, soft landing at 9,000 miles. And like I keep telling people, don't worry, I'll be back out on the highway. I just, my dog's not getting any younger, and he's really enjoying this time with me. So I just recently had a couple of my cats die who have been with me for a long time. And one day I was out having a campfire, thinking about it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna walk more in the woods. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna. What really matters is I'm getting these videos out to you guys, and I'm getting these miles in on this course that I mapped out when I used to jog these trails all the time before I started walking with the flag 6 years ago. Seems like a million years ago. My kids are all grown up now, and I knew this war was going to last as long as it's last. And I was a baseball coach, a football coach. I was Mr. Mom to two of my kids for like 5 or 6 years, almost 6 years. So as long as I've been walking, I was a Mr. Mom. And during that time, like I said, I was a baseball coach, football coach, Mr. Cheerleader Mom, a cheerleader Mr. Mom. But yeah, I mean, I knew this war would be where we would be right now with this war. It's a bunch of bullshit. I knew it back then, because on 9/11, like I tell you guys, if it wasn't for two of those guys from our greatest generation, those two World War II guys on 9/11, they said, someone fell asleep at the switch. And then later on in the day, another great veteran from World War II on the West Coast. The first guy was on the East Coast, second guy was on the West Coast. Someone fell asleep at the switch. And the first time it happened, I know a lot of you have heard this story, but some of you are new, so you gotta bear with me, guys, who have heard these stories before. I gotta catch people up to what's been going on. When that second guy said that, it was like I said to my dad when the first guy said it, I said, Dad, I haven't heard that one for a long time. And he said, yeah, son, but that's what happened. I'm like, yeah, you're right, Dad. So, sure enough, if it wasn't for that second guy saying the exact same thing that well, I know they weren't buddies, but they were part of our greatest generation fighting the Germans and stuff. But, yeah, if he wouldn't have said it, I would have never woke up. And I was one of those guys. I studied and studied and studied and made all kinds of money on football, baseball, hockey, every sport you could imagine. I was one of those guys that I made a lot of money betting on games, man. A lot of money. And so when those two guys on 9/11 said that, I told myself, you know what, it's time for me to start seeing what the hell's going on, who's running this country, because they're not doing the job that they should be. And I was pretty mad, because people just rely on people in government to do their job, and they're not doing their job. And the more I found out about these motherfuckers down there in Washington, D.C., the more I got angry. And like I said, the whole time I'm like Mr. Mom to my kids. So I was talking to my mom one night. I'm like, Mom, why didn't you let me join the Army right out of high school? Because I wanted to go in. I've always had a military mind, always. And my mom's like, well, Terry, I didn't want you to become an alcoholic. So I'm like, Mom, I joined a fraternity at college. And you guys know the rest is history when someone joins a fraternity at college. So I'm like, you can't control. You have to teach your kids to fly right and let them fly. I turned out all right. But anyways, that's why I never joined the Army. Because I followed my orders like a good soldier. And so here we are. I'm the extreme patriot, about to be at 9,000 miles this month, walking for the troops and patriotism and honor. Every soldier lost in this war is, I walk 3 miles for every soldier lost in this war. So it's really cool that it's a great trail of honor. I really enjoy it, and I inspire a lot of people to do patriotic things, especially I'm inspiring our greatest patriots, our soldiers and our veterans, to step forward. Because every time I present one of these flags, every 500 miles I walk, I present a flag to a unit that's been in a war, and or a soldier or a veterans group. But I tell them, I don't want to run for Congress. I'm running for Congress, by the way, for the 3rd time now. And I'm a chef, a DJ, a naturopathic doctor. I don't have to be a congressman. But the bottom line is we need patriots. Yeah, like I said, these people in Washington, D.C., all the way down to your local government, they're all corrupt assholes. And they're selling us down the river like the Native American chiefs sold their people down the river, my friends. As always, when you find one of my videos, it's always the conversation start. This is the beginning of a great conversation, and it keeps going on my website. There's a blog right at the bottom of this video. Go check it out. You've been lied to about Al-Qaeda in the news and how they're our enemy, and then, like, I know a lot of the people that aren't awake are scratching their head and saying, wait a second, Al-Qaeda's good now? Weren't they our enemy when we first started this war? It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's called, the name of this video is called the Al-Qaeda Deception. Go check out Rob Dew and on the Alex Jones show. Alex isn't talking. I've been talking so much. Yeah, it's not Alex Jones. It's Aaron Dykes and Rob Dew talking about the Al-Qaeda deception, on how even it's all spelled out for you. Like well, some info warrior always says, Al-Qaeda. That's how you spell it. It's all a bunch of bullshit lies. The CIA, the Pentagon, have controlled Al-Qaeda since the beginning of Al-Qaeda. Go check it out. And pass my blogs to your friends, pass my videos to your friends while we still have the freedom of speech. And keep fighting for freedom, my friends. Be brave, be strong, stand tall, walk proud, and most of all, talk loud. Because the freedom of speech is the greatest weapon we have. And always remember, we are the resistance, and we will be victorious. And we will never give up the fight for freedom. I love doing that. I was waiting for the shadow. There it is. Shadow's back. Have a great day. Pass my videos to your friends, and